Recap. Tales of Herding Gods, Chapter 579. Chapter Chinmu hastily retracted his sword, eyes widening with a mixture of astonishment and delight as he beheld the towering elder before him. Joy leapt from his lips. Grandpa Butcher! Before his voice could fully resonate, the other roe deer burst apart, figures soaring into the sky to intercept Tian Fenggo, who lunged toward God Sangye. Her sword light surged forward, yet she found herself with no moment to adjust her form. A long spear erupted into the shape of a black dragon, slicing through the air to disrupt her blade's path. Tian Fenggo's body convulsed as the black dragon pierced at the backbone of her sword movements, severing her magic repeatedly, thwarting her attempts to wield her full strength. She was a master of the sword path, her skill once considered among the very pinnacle of Supreme Emperor Heaven. But that was before Chinmu had bridged the realms of Supreme Emperor Heaven and Eternal Peace. With the sword arts of Eternal Peace now mingled with Supreme Emperor Heaven, her once unsurpassed prowess was eclipsed. For in the Eternal Peace Empire, countless swordsmen far exceeded her ability. Terror seized her heart, for the black dragon spear, with minimal force, could shatter her power, fragmenting her magic. Above, the stars gleamed, weaving the great overarching heavenly star's force field. When the black dragon collided once more with her blade, it struck her chest with overwhelming force. This was no ordinary technique, but a divine art forged from the heavens themselves, a celestial astrology-based power. In matters of transforming divine arts, the mastery of Eternal Peace far outstripped that of Supreme Emperor Heaven. A grunt escaped Tian Fenggo as she coughed blood, retreating with haste. Yet a chill seized her soul. The elder with the knife had silently positioned himself behind her. With her backward steps, she had walked straight into his thrust, the blade piercing her back. The knife's force was modest. The elder's skill lay in guile and backstabbing, not raw power. Tian Fenggo whirled her sword, but before its light could strike the elder, another figure, a blacksmith bearing a furnace, descended upon her with a hammer. Flames erupted, and the blow struck with the weight of a mountain, splintering her bones and tendons. She fell, bounced, and crashed down again. Yet still, she lived, her exceptional skill preventing death. Realizing the ambush and her vulnerability against such a multitude of masters, she seized the chance to flee. She vaulted 100 miles, turning her gaze to witness a colossal elder raising his palm to sweep the sky. His iron ears shone bright, and his towering figure surpassed even the might of true gods. She glimpsed the space around him fold, and terror gripped her heart. Impossible, she thought. Such power could not exist. Until she realized her wounds inflicted by the blacksmith had flung her into a painting. She fled through its illusory landscape. Tian Fenggo unleashed her divine sword to rend the painted space, the blade slicing toward the iron-eared elder. Despite his colossal stature and formidable presence, his abilities lacked true depth. Seeing the sword advance, he retreated. Yet the black dragon's spear surged forward, shattering her blade's trajectory. She emerged from the painting, confronting a formidable man atop a green bull, cloaked in sable fur. His knife skills were unparalleled, intricate, and suffused with hidden spells of extraordinary power. She had underestimated him, and agony struck as his knife severed her right hand, blood scattering like rain. Grunting, she caught her sword with her left hand, preparing to strike back, but a peerless beauty appeared, her palm commanding space itself. Tian Fenggo's body was drawn toward the shrinking force, an unstoppable current. Boom. The blacksmith struck her head with a hammer, dazing her, while the short elder's black dragon spear disrupted her sword. The sword lights twisted, piercing her chest. Bang! Her face met the palm of the beauty, and the great overarching heavenly star's palm force shattered flesh, staining the air with blood. The beauty's hand slid through her form, sealing her primordial spirit and soul. Tian Fenggo fell, trapped within her broken body. Not yet dead, her gaze dimmed as a bronze-masked figure rushed to her, embedding silver needles while his voice faded into the distance. With me here, she shall not perish. Her soul will be restrained for interrogation. God Sangye stood frozen, bewildered. Before he could confront Tian Fenggo, she had been subdued by the strange newcomers. Though her might fell short of a true god, she had been a force nearly equivalent, imperiling any who faced her. Sangye was prepared to sacrifice himself for justice. Yet fortune intervened. The strange masters had struck in disarray, wounding and sealing Tianfengo, sparing both him and Qin Mu. To the side, Qin Mu gently nudged the immense knife resting against his neck. Butcher's eyes flashed with anger, the blade unmoving. Qin Mu pressed once more, yet the elder remained steadfast. Anger lingered in Butcher's heart. Grandpa Butcher, you concealed yourself with the skin of a roe deer. Granny's spell was exquisite. I did not see through it. Had I known, I would not have pressed the sword to your neck. Qin Mu spoke cautiously. I care not. Butcher's voice was cold. I raised you painstakingly, and yet you would strike me for a mere rebuke. My heart is dead. Behind him, Huo Chaluo's fingers separated, falling like pillars of flesh. Luo. His voice trembled as he sought to steady himself, yet his head wavered, detached from his neck in a flurry of blood and skill. Qin Mu's admiration for Grandpa Butcher's divine knife blossomed. Grandpa Butcher's skill has reached perfection. I am inferior. Stop flattering me. Butcher scowled, the knife still poised. You favor mute, cripple, and blind over me. I struck once and you sought to kill me. Junior brother. Bashan leapt from the bull, exuberant. Junior brother, you angered teacher? Teacher agreed to take me back as a disciple, yet requested only a quieter demeanor. I foresaw your cleverness, and no trouble befell you. Yet why hold a knife to his throat? Butcher swung the blade, cutting across Chancellor Bashan's shoulder, silencing him instantly. Qin Mu asked, puzzled. If Grandpa Butcher only feigned death and did not expel you, why become a disciple again? Bashan, realizing the ruse, pushed the knife away, shouting in indignation. Butcher's ears quivered in fury, and Qin Mu rubbed his still sore rear. Blind, mute, and cripple had truly tested him. Blind approached with his black dragon spear, grinning. Qin Mu's face darkened as he sought Granny Sai. Accusations and laughter rang out among them. The hammer returned to sword pellets in Mute's grasp, while Cripple affirmed, Butcher's mouth knows no lock. Butcher withdrew his knife from Bashan, chuckling. Bashan, come aid me. Alone, I cannot contend with them in speech. Bashan stepped forward, fists crackling, preparing to argue when God Sangye inquired, Are you seniors from the celestial heavens? Blind chuckled. We hail from great ruins, not celestial heavens. Pray tell, how old is senior brother? God Sangye smiled. 20,084 years. Blind leaned back, grunting. I am 562. Youth and vigor filled the assembly. Qin Mu observed Granny Si, levitating Tianfengo with her magic, extracting her primordial spirit with the spells of the great educational heavenly devil scriptures. Nearby, the apothecary refined medicine to sedate the soul, lessening resistance. God Sangye's heart trembled, noting the mastery of spells that straddled the line between devil and righteous path. These allies from great ruins are of unusual origin, and cult master Qin, he too seems to walk an unconventional path. Qin Mu's eyes shone with anticipation as they lingered upon Granny Si's divine arts. Among the 9 elders of disabled elderly village, each bore their own formidable skills. Yet it was Granny Sai, famed not only for her beauty, but for the delicate intricacy of her spells, who drew his gaze most. Though versed in the devil path, Granny Si had restrained herself, refusing to teach Qin Mu many spells. Only the village chief, Butcher, and Old Ma had the privilege to instruct him. Later, as the young cult master of Heavenly Devil Cult, Qin Mu received the great educational Heavenly Devil scriptures from her, left to his own comprehension. No techniques, no divine arts, only guidance veiled in careful omission. Her path, slightly askew, was of the devil. She trusted that Qin Mu, following Deaf, Old Ma, and others, would find a purer understanding. Qin Mu had once viewed righteous and devil with indifference, yet he soon discerned their root in the heart. A devilish intent could corrupt the most righteous spell, while a righteous heart could sanctify even the darkest arts. Thus he navigated freely between the two. The struggle of the righteous and devil, he realized, was the struggle of the heart. The clash of God and devil was one of perspective and survival. In prior battles with Great Thunderclap Monastery, Dao Sect, and others, prejudice had long been abandoned. The divine treasure of the devil path now opened before him, and his vision expanded beyond measure. Growth, silent yet relentless, had carried him ever upward, his mind maturing even as he walked unknowingly. Even God Sangye, exalted and lofty, might not surpass his horizons. Granny Si, seizing Tianfengo's primordial spirit, bound it tightly to prevent escape. Should it flee, it could seize another body or even a grass or tree spirit. Possession of a god brought one form of danger, seizing a plant or elemental spirit, another entirely. Who among you shall interrogate her? She asked, turning her gaze. She knows much of the devil race. Her knowledge would be invaluable to Supreme Emperor Heaven. My methods are too cruel for such a delicate task. God Sangye, mid-introduction to Blind and the others, felt a chill. Observing Tianfengo's body, he shuddered. Ruthless indeed, first her chest, then her face flattened. His eyes lingered on Granny C, thoughts of a stepmother arising and quickly suppressed. Let true God Pangyu handle this. Tianfengo was a leader of high rank in my Supreme Emperor Heaven. Private interrogation would be improper. Cripple chuckled. Why trouble ourselves? Apothecary feeds her insects, and all will spill in 2 hours. Hulinger's eyes sparkled. Or Grandpa Blind could separate her primordial spirit from her soul, reducing her to an ordinary human. Stroking her head, Blind smiled. This is Long Tuo, not a black dragon spear. The skeletal dragon, rising in the air, hissed. I am Long Tuo, dragon king of the devil race. I can separate soul from spirit, though it will bring excruciating pain. Hulinger, inspired, suggested, Grandpa Mute could smelt her spirit into water before pouring molten iron. Let's see if she speaks then. God Sangye, uneasy, took Tianfengo and departed for interrogation. Without embroiling city lies ahead. Guard it well for 2 days. Chinmu, eyes wide, turned to Granny Sai. She stroked his head gently, and he bent low beneath her touch. You've grown, soon to surpass Apothecary. Blind will soon reach only your waist. Blind frowned, noting God Sangye's towering presence, yet Granny Sai chuckled. We've come to observe cultivation here, seek breakthroughs, and study the divine arts practitioners sent to Heavenly Saint Academy. To grasp the entirety of Supreme Emperor Heaven's cultivation, we must see more profound methods firsthand. Chinmu considered, then inquired, Who now commands Heavenly Saint Academy? Heavenly King Shi, Heavenly King Yu, and several elders, Granny Sai replied, laughing at their simplicity. God Sangye asked us to guard without embroiling city. Let us proceed. Amid laughter, Chinmu forgot past discomforts, playing with Blind, Mute, and Cripple. The green bull noticed the dragon Chilin's short legs and pranced around him. The dragon Chilin's face darkened, silent, as Long Tuo, the skeletal black dragon, swam beside Hulinger. She whispered of a past grudge. The green bull, fooled into thinking the dragon Chilin female had harassed him, offering flowers and teasing until Chinmu intervened with lost fragrance, laying the green bull unconscious. Thus began the enmity between these two strange beasts. The green bull's grin revealed the humor of his folly. Thought him female, but he is male. Hence, a hatred akin to a seized wife. The dragon Chilin, twitching ears, seethed silently. Muscles tensed as the green bull mocked his weight, his body a testament to battle-hardened strength. With a roar, the dragon Chilin spat a blazing Chilin bead, 2 feet in radius, igniting the air. The green bull recoiled, transforming back, tail tucked, retreating to Bashan. Fats? The dragon Chilin hissed, recalling his bead. Do you know how much effort it took to forge this? Hulinger cautioned. Small gains suffice. Know when to halt. If a fight ensues, he may surpass you. Fewer spirit pills consumed cannot match experience. Fear prickled the dragon Chilin. He must cultivate the ancestral dragon's supreme mystery technique. If this bull advances, I shall be crushed! Yet Chinmu's gaze beamed, seeing progress. Now Fatty Dragon can cultivate on his own. Correct. Bull 2? The green bull, elated, declared. Little old master, I am Bull 3. Linger is elder sister, Fatty Dragon 2nd. I am 3rd, soon to rise to 2nd. Chinmu smiled. With your green dragon bloodline, I will teach you a technique surpassing the Overlord Body 3 elixir. It is the finest I have seen. Enthralled, the green bull, Butcher, Granny C, Blind, and others marveled at the ancestral dragon supreme mystery technique. Butcher breathed heavily, reverent. A god technique never witnessed before. Muir. Could it ascend to numinous sky hall and the Emperor's throne? A shadow of danger crossed the dragon Chilin's heart. If Bull 3 masters this, I may be undone. I must cultivate more and consume more water element divine vitality pills.